May I come in, sir?
Please,
Good morning, sir. Nice to see you.
please start. Okay. So, Shaurya, you've been here for a few days now.
Yes, sir.
How has been your stay here?
So it is a very exciting opportunity for me because first time I've come out of my home and I'm staying alone.
So, where do you come from?
I come from Dhanbad, Jharkhand.
What is the famous place?
Yes, sir. The
What is it famous
the
for?
coal capital of India.
Coal capital of India. So, how do you compare your place, Dhanbad, with Prayagraj? What do you find good things here? What are the not so good things over here?
So the infrastructure and the development of the roads is very good in Prayagraj, and Prayagraj has a more pleasant weather than Dhanbad. And so in Dhanbad, I find that the people are more helpful and cooperative. But here, the people were not very. I did not have a good experience with the civilians.
Number. Why? What happened?
So the Toto drivers tried to saw us as the students, and they tried to scam us. And today also, when we were coming to the academy, they took us deliberately from a longer route here.
So you could know the road. You have told him where to take it.
We did tell him, sir, but he insisted that he knew the route and he kept following on his route.
See, if you can't take charge of the auto wala, you are supposed to be a leader of the men that you. All right. So, what does your name Shaurya means, and who gave you this name, and how does it suit your personality?
So Shaurya means brave, and my paternal grandmother, my Dadiji, she gave this name to me. And so I believe I am a courageous person, and I try new things every time. And even if it's out of my comfort zone, I try it so that I can expand my horizons and I can add new things to my personality.
Tell me something courageous thing that you think you have done.
So I believed in standard 9 and 10 that I was an introvert person. I did not used to socialize with people. I sat in the corner in the class, and also at home, I just sat in my room and I barely used to get out. But I realized this in class 10 that this is not a good thing for my personality. So what I did from standard 11 that I tried to make new friends not only in my section but in the other sections as well. And I tried more. I used to sit more with my family members also, and I tried to go out with friends and try to socialize and get out of my comfort zone.
That's a courageous.
Yes, I believe that is a.
So why do you think, when you look back, why do you think this was the reason that, what do you think was the reason that you were not really mixing out with people at that point of time?
So I believe that I had very different opinions in things with people, and I used to disagree with them a lot. So I used to consolidate myself rather than arguing. But I thought that we can live with disagreements also, and that I should be more and cooperative with people. So now I believe that I have developed that quality, and I can live with people despite having disagreements.
So between those 2 years from 8th to 10th, what do you think were the times when you disagreed or you had arguments or problems with others?
So like in group activities in the class also, like if they had any idea for the bulletin board, we had bulletin board competitions. So I would give in my ideas, but the most of the time they would reject me. So I then after facing many rejections, I generally sat out of there and did not try to provoke or dominate the group. But now what I do that is I try to give better points, and also if they reject me, I try to convince them of my ideas also.
Any incident other than this which stands out in your memory, which you think in which you had arguments or you were not very comfortable in the company of people?
No, sir, I don't recall it right now.
So what type of outdoor activities or involvement in recreational activities do you really do?
Sir, I was always a very sporty person, so I used to play football and badminton during that time. And also when we didn't get the equipments from sports room, we used to play kabaddi and hide and seek and other games like that.
Okay. All right, Shaurya, I've got some information from the EIQ form that we filled up and submitted yesterday. Now is the time for you to talk to me a little more in details. Suppose you tell me first about your education. You can start from class 8 onwards. Work up to your present level of education. Tell me in each of the exam that you appear, what percentages of marks did you get? Which is the subject that you liked? Subject that you did not care for as much? Who is the teacher who impressed you the most and why? Somebody who did not impress you as much? Tell me about your friend circle. People whom you consider your close friends. Why do you call them close friends? And who's your best friend? Also, somebody with whom you could not really get along so well, you didn't vibe so well, frequency didn't match. After your class 12th, which you have just finished, actually in this year, what all competitive exams did you appear in? What type of preparation did you make for those exams and what exactly were the results? What are your future career options other than the defense that you have thought of?
Sir, I have studied from standard 8 to 12 in Denobly School, CMRI. It is an ICSE board school. So in standard 8, I had secured 92.2%. In standard 9, I had got 82.5%. In standard 10th, in the boards examination, I had secured 96.2%. In standard 11, I had secured 78.5%. And in standard 12, I had secured in my board examination 94.5%. The standard 11 and 12, I had given in ISC board, which is the extension of ICSE board in the higher educations. Then, sir, I liked mathematics majorly in all my years, and I find it very interesting because it involves logical problem solving skills. And I was not very fond of the Hindi literature subject because of the grammatical and literature part of the Hindi, and also I did not like geography and history because it had many things to learn without logic. But afterwards, geography became interesting as and all practical things came into it in standard 10. Then, so I liked my English teacher a lot, Namrata Chaurasia ma'am. She taught me English in 11th and 12th. She was a very friendly teacher, sir, and very understanding of us. She knew that we had our JEE exam coachings, so she was very aware of that, and she used to conduct her classes in a way that it did not affect us much in our preparation of the competitive exams. So a teacher I was not fond of was my physics teacher, Sanjeev Kumar sir. He was a good teacher. He used to teach well, but sometimes he used to take things personally. And if he got provoked by us, then he would ask us questions endlessly until we gave a wrong answer, and that could also deviate the class and sometimes disturb our studies. Then, so my friend circle. I generally have a very close circle. Still standard 10, I had only two and three friends. But after 11th and 12th, in 11th and 12th, I had joined a local coaching focus to prepare for my JEE exams. And there, I made a whole lot of new friends, and I made a whole new group of friends. Currently, sir, I have two best friends. One is Sarthak and one is Ansh. Sarthak is my friend from the school, and Ansh is my friend from the coaching. And from the coaching, Ansh, I have befriended him because he's of the same educational capabilities as me, and we think very alike. So we used to study together, and we both used to prepare for our competitive exams. We both used to clear each other's doubts. And Sarthak sir, he's my friend from school time, from standard 9. He's a very outgoing and extroverted person. We both are very opposite personalities, sir. But despite of our differences, we get along very well. That even though we have the disagreements, we agree to have disagreements, and that is not an issue between us. And so I had given JEE mains examination, in which I had scored 96.98 percentile, and which gives me an all India rank of 47,525. I had also given the JEE advanced examination, wherein I got 20,250 all India rank. I had given VIT Triple E examination, which is an examination for VIT colleges. I had secured a rank of 3,638 in that. I had also given ComEdK examination, which is a examination for colleges in Karnataka. So in that exam, I got all India rank of 2086. Then I gave BITSAT examination, wherein I did not perform very well, and I got 192 marks out of 360. There is no rank system in this.
No idea.
No, yeah. So I gave the NDA examination also in April. This was my first NDA attempt, and I got 285 marks in that, and I cleared it.
So how do you know you got it 285 marks?
285 marks in NDA. Sir, the 2 years in 11th and 12th, I did not study much about history, geography, and biology also. And my current affairs skills were very low because I mostly focused on physics, chemistry, and mathematics only. So in the NDA exam, I scored a good number in mathematics and physics, chemistry, also in English. But I could not score in history or geography.
So, but do you get the marks along with your result of the NDA? So it is your calculation, maybe you will get better than this,
Hopefully, sir.
or maybe less than this. So where, if not defense forces, what is the future option that I had asked you? You are thinking for yourself. You have cleared a lot of exams. What is it that you will pick up and why?
Sir, I have applied for a computer science seat in VIT Vellore, and I've got it. So, if the defense forces does not work for me this year, I'll complete my 4-year BTech program in computer science, and after that, I'll try CDS. But also, sir, I have applied for JOSA counseling, which is based on the JEE Mains and JEE Advanced results. So that is continuing, and it will end till August. So I have applied in that, and if I get a better college than VIT Vellore, then I will switch to it and I'll complete my BTech.
So when do the admissions start?
Of the VIT Vellore, the orientation classes will begin from 13th of July. But the JEE, the colleges I will get through JOSA, they will begin late August or early September.
So what will you do? Your SSB is there. You have to join there also. Plus there is JOSA. So how do you balance everything?
I have planned it, sir, very carefully, and my SSB interview is scheduled for 6th to 10th of July. And since I have applied for Air Force, it may extend till 11th, and my orientation classes begin from 13th. So on 11th, my parents will pick me up from Banaras, and then I'll reach Dhanbad on 12th morning. And then I have a plane from Durgapur, which is only 140 kilometers from Dhanbad, and I'll take the plane and go there to VIT Vellore.
So you will get your admission form there.
Yes, sir.
So do they have the refund policy? Once you get admitted, then you will have the JOSA counseling, and then if you get through there, and of course your Air Force medicals will also be there in case you get recommended.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The VIT Vellore has its refund policies under the UGC guidelines. So, sir, if I decide to change college, then I'll get the full refund till September. And sir, if for my medicals, I'll plan to apply for a leave in my college, and I believe that I will get a leave for medicals, attending the medicals of SSB.
How many days does the medical last?
It is almost 4 to 5 days.
4 to 5 working days. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, you said that your friend who had a Sarthak at Ansh. Now, if I meet Sarthak or Ansh and ask him about you, what do you think they will tell me?
Sir, Ansh will tell you that I'm a very cooperative and smart person. He may tell you that I do not understand my capabilities very well, and I deliberately try to undermine myself. But he will also say that I have much capability for improvement, as in social skills. And sir, if you meet Sarthak, he will also say that I can be a little more outgoing. But he will also say that I am very understanding, and I listen to people's opinions very carefully, and have a smart and broad mindset in many things.
So when you say people's opinion, What is it that you have really thought or heard very carefully and that you're trying to enforce it in your life?
So generally, whenever my friends have any doubt regarding their personal life, also they approach me and they sometimes ask for suggestions. May it be their family problems or something related to studies and all. So I believe in that I give my opinion. And also, sir, sometimes when me and Sarthak have debates, we debate on topics like religion and how the world works and how the people of India are, and psychology also, sir. How people think and all that. So in that, if we have different opinions, but we back our opinions by examples and we continue that debate.
So I see that you come from no army background as such. You've been performing well in your academics. You cleared a lot of engineering exams and all. What is it that draws you toward the defense forces? Why NDA? Why not a good college to do your engineering?
Sir, NDA, because I believe that aside from IITs, they are also a good institution and one of the best institution of engineering. But NDA is one of the finest institutions of our country. And sir, the army life, it is full of determination and discipline, and it requires a lot of commitment. And I believe, sir, that I am a clay and mold, and I can be molded into that set of lifestyle. And sir, I am very inspired by technical things about the Air Force. And even though I may not have much knowledge about it, but it fascinates me a lot. And I believe that if I get into that line, I'll perform very good and I can be of much use to the service.
So what makes you feel about or learn this knowledge of the defense forces? Where do you get this knowledge or information of the defense forces?
Sir, online. Mostly when I see any updates in YouTubes or newspapers, or any of my parents tell me about the new things arriving in India, I generally Google it and I try to find more about it. In that way, I may have a sporadic knowledge about the Air Force and what planes and aircrafts India has, but wherever I know some details about it.
So tell me, what do you know?
Sir, I know about the aircrafts that India has and it's imported from other countries, like Tejas. It is imported from Rafale. It is imported from France, and now currently it is being worked. It is a 4.5 generation aircraft, but still India is trying to obtain that because it is also making a pact with France for sharing the information about it, the logistics behind it. Also, sir, from Russia, India is dealing with Tejas airplanes and Sukhoi M13s.
Who is making Tejas?
India and Russia cooperation. And so I believe that India is also making many planes in its Make in Bharat program, such as the Sukhoi and Sukhoi Su-M30 MKI, which is also a 5th generation airplane, and it has many new technologies and AI embedded in it, so that it can its missile systems are very modern. The planes.
One very famous pilot who, in the last few years, his name became a household name. Are you aware? Somebody who had undertaken operations into the Pakistan and he had to eject. Are you aware?
No, sir, I'm not aware of that. I'll find it out.
All right. What do you know? What role do you think Air Force played in the currently concluded Operation Sindoor?
So the Air Force had an important role in the mission Sindoor because the most of the missiles which India fired were from the aircrafts also, and they hit the bases of Pakistan and destroyed most of their air bases. So India's missiles were very efficient in the mission Sindoor, sir.
So those missiles were the Air Force missiles or the Army missiles?
Those were the Army missiles, BrahMos missiles, sir. Yeah, those were the Army missiles, BrahMos.
So what is the role of the Air Force?
So I'm not very aware about that.
All right. What type of helicopters does the Indian Air Force have?
So Indian Air Force has helicopters like C-190J and also Super Hercules, and Roaster, I think, is also in helicopter in India.
How many commands are there, Air Force commands in our country?
So I'm not aware.
All right. Okay, now a little more about your family. Suppose you tell me about your parents and other members of family, like your siblings who stay with you. Tell me about their education, their occupation, and monthly income. Who is the person in your family who is the closest to you, whom you approach when you have a problem or you want to share a secret? Also, what activities take place at home in which you get personally involved? What type of routine do you follow on a working day, and how it is different if it is different on a holiday, how it is different? How much of pocket money do you get? How do you spend the money that you get? What generally are your major expenditures in a month? If you don't get any pocket money, how do you manage your finances? All right. And what do you do in your spare time? How do you recreate yourself? You are only two brothers in your family. You and your younger brother. How much do you miss not having a sister? And what do you think are the advantages or disadvantages of being the eldest in your family?
Sir, I live in a joint family and we are 8 members. My mother, my father, my own younger brother, and then my uncle. He's my chachu, my chachi, aunt, and their 2 children, a boy and a girl. Out of the 4 children, I'm the eldest. And we are 3 brothers and 1 sister, sir. We live together in the same household. My father is a dentist and my mother is a private teacher in a school. And my uncle, he works in BCCL, and my aunt, she works in a parlor. She's a beautician. All 4 our children are students and I'm the eldest of them. Sir, I am the most closest to my younger brother as we share a lot of secrets, and I also know his secrets, he also knows mine. So we have a pact that no one will leak each other's secrets. And sir, I get pocket money I started getting pocket money from standard 11. At that time, I used to get 200 rupees. Then after 6 months, it had increased to 250 rupees, which carried out for a year till my 12th standard first semester ended. After that, it increased to 300 rupees. And when I completed my 12th, now I get 500 rupees. So, sir, generally I get these amounts online in my phone. So I save these and I do not spend these. If whenever in my coaching I get a break, then I used to go out in the recess and I used to eat something, but not regularly because I believe I'm a health conscious person. And I spend most of my monies on my friends' birthdays, like Sarthak and his friends and my other friends. Whenever they have birthdays, I contribute my money and buy them good gifts. And so whenever I see something online, like of merchandise of my favorite bands, I rarely buy those. Like I have 2 merchandises of Arctic Monkeys and a show called Friends. And so
Yeah. What type of routine do you follow at home? What are the activities at home in which you get personally involved? All right. And how is your routine on a working day different on a holiday? What are the differences on a holiday? How do you recreate yourself?
my daily routine at home when I used to go to school and coaching, for that I used to wake up 7 in the morning, and then my school or coaching usually starts from 8. So I get ready by 7:30 and I used to go to the school. Then after returning from school, sir, I had school and coaching both on the same day. So if my coaching was in the morning, that day I used to miss the school. But whenever my school was in the morning, I used to attend the school in the morning. I used to come home, freshen myself up, eat lunch, do my homeworks of the school, and then I used to go to the coaching in the evening from 3:30 to 9 o'clock. And then when I used to return home after 9 o'clock, I eat my dinner with my family, and then I used to study the homeworks I get in coaching and all my pending works, and then I used to sleep. But when I had coaching in the morning, I used to go coaching, and then I had to return home by 2 o'clock. And then I used to return home and eat lunch with my family. And then, sir, I used to sleep for 1 hour, and then again after waking up around 4:30 or 5, I used to go to the library, or I used to go to Ansh's house, and we both used to study together and solve our doubts if we had any. And on a leisure day, if by chance both of the coaching and school was off, I used to wake up late in the morning, say around 9 or 10 o'clock, and then I used to sit with my father and mother uh, because these were generally Sundays when I had both of them off. So I used to sit with my whole family. We used to discuss and laugh about matters. And so in the afternoon, generally we used to go out for shopping or any family activities like to a restaurant or anything. And then in the evening, I used to go and play with my friends of my locality, or I used to go to Dhanbad Club where I either did swimming or I played badminton. And then I used to return home. I did my homework for 1 or 2 hours, and then I would have my dinner and sleep. And so mostly I would get participation in the group discussions at house regarding educational matters of mine and my siblings, because my parents trust me a lot as I've proved myself in academics. So they generally ask me of what I should do or what they should do for their siblings, and I generally instruct them, my siblings also, in studies related matter. And beside from these, my parents generally don't ask me opinion about fashion sense or where to eat, because I am not very interested in those. And in my free time, sir, I generally either go to the bath club and do swimming or badminton, or sir, I stay at home and watch TV shows or listen to music.
Okay. You said that your brother is very close to you. You have a pact with him that you share secrets. Tell me a couple of secrets that you have shared with your brother. I will not ask him, but you can. I will not ask his secrets where you have a pact, but I'm sure you can share some of the secrets that you have shared with your brother.
Yes, sir. Once, without informing my father, any elder of the house, I took out my father's bike and I went with my friend around 30 kilometers outside town to a cafe, and that he knew about it. So I asked him specifically not to tell my parents. And also, sir, sometimes when parents weren't at home, I used to switch on the TV and watch movies in it, because my parents had restricted the TV since all of us were students and we were not very. My parents had told not to watch the TV. If you have to watch anything, watch it on the computer even. So the TV things also.
Is there anything that you have not really told your parents, or you would not like your parents to come to know?
My parents don't know about my that one time I went out with Ansh with father's bike. But other than that, sir, I tell my parents everything, literally everything, because I believe that if my parents will know my things, and then they will be able to support me in every step whenever I have a problem or anything. So when I was in class 10th, my brother was in class 8th. He used to ride bikes of his friend, and seeing that, I used to get a little bit of jealous that he's younger than me and he also knows to ride a bike. So, sir, in 10th, I took my compounder uncle's bike and I asked him to teach me. My father was a little bit denial that I should not learn bike at a young age, but I was very insisted on it. So my father allowed, all right, to learn it now, but don't drive. So, sir, in 10th, I learned how to ride a bike.
All right. So you said that you are not permitted to drive, or you can drive a scooty now.
Yes, sir.
Are you permitted to drive the scooty at home?
Yes.
All right. But not the bike.
So it is a Royal.
So what bike is there?
And it is a 350cc bike. So it is a little bit powerful. That is why my father tells me to avoid it.
So how do you keep your general knowledge updated? How do you utilize this facility of internet? And in your efforts to make yourself suitable for the defense forces, what are the efforts or what are the extra things that you are doing?
I see a YouTube channel called Drishti IAS that covers a lot of current happenings and current affairs about the India and world current affairs also. And so aside from that, I am physically active. I believe I am very agile, so that I can be a fit candidate for the armed forces. And sir, I am a very fast learner, sir. So I believe that in whichever force I'll get, I prefer Air Force. officer force. So if I get in that, I believe that I can very fastly adapt to the things there and I can serve very well.
I ask you a question about the missing a sister. I know you stay in a joint family, you have, but do you think in case it would have been better if you had a younger sister than a younger brother, your own?
It's better because we have very similar interests in many things, and even if we don't have similar interests, like he's very interested in cars and automobiles, so I get to learn a lot from him. And so like I am very good in academics, so my brother also, whenever he has doubts, he can approach me in regarding to that. So I get personally involved in the decision making regarding to academics. Yeah, either it is of mine or of my siblings, because my parents believe that I have just completed my 12th and I have been through the same path which my brothers and sister will be going through. So they ask me many things about studies and what I should advise my brothers and what my parents should do for my siblings, so that it would be they would achieve the best outcome possible for them.
Now, anything that you do to help your parents, so both of them are working personnel at home to make their life a little more comfortable.
Sir, I generally do all of my tasks myself, and since I started going to the gym after my all the engineering exams were over. So I used to bring the fruits myself, the banana and apple which I used to eat. I brought it myself, not only for me but for my brothers and the whole family. I used to ask them how much it is needed, and from morning till end, like if I used to wake up, I did my bed myself and I wash my clothes also myself. Whenever the load is much, because we live in a joint family and we have only one washing machine. So sir, sometimes I wash my clothes myself also, and I keep my room neat and tidy so that my father and mother don't have to worry about it. And so I do most of my tasks myself, so they don't have to get distracted from their work to see what I am doing or not.
Now, something to tell me about your awareness levels. Who is the Chief Minister of Jharkhand? When did he become the Chief Minister? Okay. And which is the political party that is in power over there? Any famous name of Jharkhand Mukti Morcha other than the Chief Minister? Alright. Who is the Defense Minister of our country? Who is the Air Force Chief now? You must try and get yourself aware of these happenings. Small things, but you must get to know them. Okay. I've asked you a lot of questions. You've replied them well. Is there anything that you want to ask me?
Sir, I would like to ask you that where are the areas where I can improve myself according to your...
That is something that we'll do after the interview. Alright? Anything else? Okay. Wish you all the very best then. Thank you.
अब डिफेंस एग्जाम क्रैक करना हुआ और भी आसान, त्रिशूल डिफेंस एकेडमी लेकर आए हैं बिल्कुल ही एडवांस लर्निंग ऐप। तो आज ही ज्वाइन करें और स्टार्ट करें अपनी ऑनलाइन क्लासेस।